about 7:20. Just got done taking my daughter to school, and it was a win and a fail. Yesterday, went to the plasma center and donated plasma, and same thing happened to me that happened the first time I donated. Man, I got a hematoma in my other arm now, and it hurts like a mug, man. And so it was bittersweet, because the good part is I ended up getting $70 for this donation for the plasma that they were able to extract from my body or whatever. But the bad part is the hematoma is pretty bad, so they have to defer me for 8 weeks in order to, let my body heal up, because they weren't able to return the blood cells to my body. So, it's going to take about 8 weeks. They said, for not only my arm to heal up, but for me to build those red blood cells and platelets and stuff back up again. So I'm thinking that I'm not really going to be a donor, man, and it kind of sucks, because it's a tedious process, man. And I was very well hydrated, man. I've been drinking water upon water and everything like the last 2 days, and so I went and donated and started out fine, and then it did the exact same thing. So for all of y'all that have ever donated plasma, once you're they extract the blood from your body, and then it goes into this little blood chamber thing, and then they extract the plasma from that, and then they return the blood back to your body. So during the first return, it was good, just like the first time I went. And then once they started extracting the blood again, my arm just blew up. So I think it's something with the saline solution or whatever it is, and my body's just rejecting that process. So kind of sucks, because, man, I was kind of counting on that money. So, but anyway, man, not gonna get down about it. Just gonna try to find something else to give me some extra money to pay these bills. So that's all I got for y'all right now, man. I will see y'all in the next clip.
All right, what's up, guys? So welcome to Debt Freedom Fridays. So here is my worksheet that I showed you guys on my last video. I tweaked it just a little bit. Here's February, so we are now in March. And I'm gonna try to keep it quick and brief. So I just made some payments today. One on my First Energy collection account, one on my First Capital One account, and then on my Second Capital One account, and then also on my Synchrony account. That's for my daughter's braces. Had a late fee, and I thought I had talked to them and changed my payment date. Sorry if this is crooked. I try to adjust this camera, and it looks crooked. So if it's crooked on whatever you guys are seeing, I'm totally sorry. Like I said, I don't have screen capture technology and all of that stuff. I'm doing this really ghetto-fied right now. So anyway, I'm gonna try to defer this Navient a couple more months until I can get another source of income, because I'm probably not gonna be a donor for plasma anymore. And I was really gonna use that plasma money as kind of like free money, like gift card money, something that I didn't really have to budget for, and kind of use that to pay for the groceries and things like that I do budget for, but just kind of have a little extra or whatever. Or if I want to do something with my daughter, I kind of got some extra money. But anyway, so I made these 3 payments on my collection accounts, and then I made this payment on my daughter's braces. I think that's all the same from the last video. I did change some things on my March budget spreadsheet. I added this first paycheck second paycheck. So basically I did that because I get paid bi-weekly. Projected amount in this column and the actual amount that I actually got, and then over under difference and notes I added that I didn't have on the last video. So I projected that I was going to get $5.36, which was 3 cents more than what I actually got, which was $535.97. That's after taxes and child support and other deductions. This is from my main job, and then from my part-time job, I projected $425. That's just because that's what I am supposed to get paid. And then I actually got $502.77, and that was $77.77 based on tips. Actually, I think that's an amount on episode of Martin when he was buffing floors and he got his first check. Yeah, I think that is $77.77 was his first check. If I can, I'll insert a clip of that here. That's funny. All right, so I'm still waiting on I get paid next week. So I've already paid my car payment and insurance for this month. Phone is next week. All this other stuff is all coming out next week, so not worried about that. This here, my other expenses: transportation and gas, groceries, entertainment, food and clothing. I'm actually going to get rid of this clothing line here, or I might just name it personal. And then I also got like some envelopes, because I'm gonna do the envelope system, because I can see why people do it now, because I was kind of discombobulated over the last weekend. I went to the Arnold last weekend in Columbus, and I was kind of mixing up my receipts and things like that. I got everything down in here, as you can see. Like, I added all the amounts up from all the receipts, went over just a little bit on entertainment and food, but that's okay because I budgeted for it. But a lot of this I paid with that gift card from the plasma center, so I have to separate those two. Whatever I pay for with that, I'm going to have a separate like envelope or whatever for that stuff, and I'm not even going to put that into the budget. Whatever I actually budget out and I use with my budgeted money is what I'll put in here, if that makes sense. I'm still good on gas, and I am good on groceries right now. As you've seen in the previous clip, I just bought a couple things from Dollar General. I'm gonna go back next week and buy some more, and so I'll still be way under on groceries on that. So I might actually lower this budgeted amount to probably $50 a month, because I don't really need to live on a lot. Chicken, salmon, veggies, rice, a couple other little things, and I'm good. All right, so that's really about it, guys. If you have any suggestions, please put them in the comments below. And that's pretty much all I got for you right now, and I will see you in the next clip.
All right, what's up, guys? So I thought I would just end this video with a quick little rant almost. I'm not gonna keep it too long. The video's already long enough, but just to kind of, I'm gonna correlate back and forth between this debt-free journey and my fitness journey and things like that, and kind of differentiate between the two, but show you the similarities as well. And the thing that I'm going to talk about right now is, when I first started my fitness journey, there was just a lot of people who just didn't understand what I was trying to do. You know, I was 260 pounds, guys. I went to the doctor and he diagnosed me with high blood pressure and sleep apnea, and told me if I didn't change, you know, I was going to have some problems, you know, with my health. That, you know, at the time I was 38 and I just didn't think about those things, you know. So had people, you know, you're just gonna have people that are just not going to be on board with you. You're excited, you know, you want to do this thing, you want to go to the top of the mountain and shout it to the world, you know. And basically, like Les Brown says, he's like, you know, 80% of the people don't care, and 20% glad that it's you, you know, when you're going through something. So, guys,
there's a saying that a lot of people use, and it's called moving in silence. And that's one of the things that I just still have a problem with, because when I get an idea about something, I want to share it with people. I'm excited about it. And, for the most part, people just don't care. People just don't care. They just don't understand what you're trying to do or why you're trying to do it. And, but one thing that I look at is successful people. Guys, when we're out here looking at our favorite celebrities and things like that, it's like, guys, they're at where we're trying to get to. We're trying to keep up with the Joneses. And, so one of the things that I'm going through right now is I'm on this debt-free journey, and I'm telling somebody about this debt-free journey, and I might have to pick up some more hours, in order to get out of debt in the time frame that I want to get out of debt. And just like when I started my fitness journey, I wanted to go from 260 pounds to 195 pounds in 1 year. And, people were shoving cake and cookies and cheesecake and, and cheese steaks and everything in my face, and lasagna and stuff like that, trying to sabotage my progress, but we have to have that mind frame to, just stay the course and just be disciplined in order to, make our dreams a reality. So it's the same thing with this debt-free journey, man. I'm telling somebody about it, and they're just like, and it's just like everybody I'm watching on YouTube who's gone through a debt-free journey, and now that they're debt-free, now people are coming to them for advice. And it's the same like when I lost all the weight and I finally competed on stage. Then it was like people were coming to me like, oh, how did you do it? And this, that, and the other. It's like, well, if you would have been on board from the beginning, you would have seen how I did it, Go back and watch the old videos now, And now they want your advice. It's like another saying. It's like first they laugh and then they ask for advice, So, and that's the same thing now. People think that you're just doomed to stay in debt, and that what you're doing is crazy, and, you're overextending yourself, and you're spreading yourself too thin. And it's just like, well, I have a goal, and the goal is to be out of debt. I created this debt, and I need to own up to it and get out of it. It doesn't matter who I was with at the time who maybe helped me create some of the debt or whatever. It's like, at the end of the day, it was on me. I didn't have the balls to say no. I charged things, and now those things that I charged, I don't even remember what I charged on most of those credit cards that I have. And a lot of that is just stupid. It was stupid stuff, probably. And so I said I wanted to take on some more hours and things like that, and it's just like, oh, you're gonna burn yourself out and this, that, and the other. I mean, it's like I'm already tired. I'm tired of being a slave to this debt. I'm tired of living paycheck to paycheck. When I get a paycheck, it looks good on paper. All the hours that I work, I'm like, damn, that looks really good. And I make a little joke about, well, it's payday for the bill collectors. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of y'all can attest to that, because it's like you get a check and then you just hand it over to somebody, and it's like, that's not a way to live, guys, man. And I want to get out of that, and so I know that when I become debt free, I'm gonna feel so alive. I'm gonna feel so free, and I'm gonna do things that I want to do, and like everything else in life, it's just temporary. It's a temporary thing that I gotta go through. I gotta go through some physical pain, just like with my fitness journey. There were days that I was tired. There were days that I was weak and just didn't even want to go to the gym, or I didn't want to eat chicken and broccoli and brown rice and that meal every other meal, and drink protein shakes and things like that. But I had to do what I had to do in order to get on that stage and finally complete a goal that I had in my life. And it's the same with this. I have $39,000 of student loan debt. I have, whatever X amount of dollars in other debt. And guys, I created that, and I got to get out of it. And so, when I'm trying to tell people, I can do this, it's like they're just kind of like, well, whatever, well, do you, boo-boo. If you can do it, then do it.
You know, and I think we're just programmed. I just think we're programmed to think negatively when people tell us stuff. You know, now I'm the type of person, I congratulate you. I'm like, hey, you know, do that. Oh, you want to get debt free, or oh, you want to compete on stage? Hey, more power to you. You know, if you need my help or whatever, if you ever need to talk, you know, I'm here. I'm your friend. But other people just don't show you that love, you know, and it's kind of defeating in a way, you know, but that's just what it is. So you just got to keep moving forward, keep pressing on. And everybody that I watch on YouTube that's going through debt-free journey said the same exact thing. And they said, well, it just didn't stop their stride and their game plan. So I'm not going to let it stop me, man. I'm going to keep pressing on. And if I can pick up some more hours somewhere, I'm going to do that. You know, I'm going through a transition at work right now. My ex-boss, you know, I don't want to say sold the business, but the part that I do, he no longer manages, so I'm pretty much under new management, and you know, they have a different way of doing things and stuff like that. So, you know, like Les Brown says, I watch a lot of Les Brown videos and listen to a lot of Les Brown motivational speeches and Eric Thomas, and one of the things that he said was, you know, if you're procrastinating in something and, you know, there's this particular thing you want to do, just say like getting on stage and competing, or climbing Mount Everest, or, you know, going on that trip or whatever, or writing that book, or, you know, or auditioning for a play or something like that. You know, the opportunity is not going to be here forever. You might only have that one window of opportunity, and it might not ever come again. So sometimes inadvertently, life will move on you, in meaning that if you're procrastinating on something that you want to do, life has a way of slapping you into getting your ass in check and doing that thing that you want to do. And I think this is a way for me of life saying to me, Jay, you've been bullshitting. You wanted to do this personal training thing for a long time. You spent the money on the course, and and I failed twice, and now I have to pay to take the course, to take the exam again. This is a way for me to get my butt in gear and get that certification, and maybe start training people, get some money as a side hustle as a personal trainer. Because now, I think, you know, because all the little jobs that I'm looking at, it's just something that I really don't want to do, and all of that good stuff. So, you know, it's just something that it's moving me in that direction now. You know, I think this is God's way of saying, you know, this is something that you've been wanting to do. You've been BSing around, so let's get it together, okay? Start studying. You know, you're going to be tired. You're going to be weak. There's going to be days I want to give up. You know, stay the course and get that certification, and, you know, and then you can start living your dream. So, you know, I love my jobs that I have. I absolutely love them. I'm by myself. I don't have any, you know, workplace drama that I'm dealing with. I don't listen to cackling, you know, females talking about this person and that person they're working with, and, you know, I don't deal with none of that. So I absolutely love my job, but, you know, I know I could be doing so much more. And, you know, and especially after seeing the movie Black Panther and stuff like that, man, that just motivated me to, you know, get back on my game, man, and, you know, get in shape, and you know, maybe start trying out for some extra acting roles or something like that when they come to Cleveland. And, you know, you never know, man. You never know. You know, I mean, I'm 42 now, but hey, you know, Colonel Sanders, you know, opened up his first KFC when he was 62. So, you know, it's never too late, man. I don't believe it's ever too late to focus on your dreams, man. So, all right, I said I wasn't going to make this long, but it's already 10 minutes. So that's all I got for y'all right now. If you like the video, man, please click like, hit that subscribe button, and shoot a comment to me too, man. Tell me what you want to see as I'm on this debt journey, man. I will bring you these videos every 2 weeks as I update my budget and things like that, and show you what I'm going through and things like that. So I will see y'all on the next one. Until then, I love you. And there's nothing that you can do about that, baby. It's your boy Jay with Jay's Debt Freedom Fridays, baby. Peace.